What if I told you guys that there is a Nintendo console that is capable of playing some of the greatest first-party games ever created, while also doubling as a retro emulation powerhouse, all for a fraction of the cost of a modern system? That's right, we are talking about the Wii U today. SSB games! Now, the Wii U might not have been a commercial success, okay? In fact, it was the furthest thing from a commercial success that Nintendo might have ever had, except for maybe the Virtual Boy. But, nevertheless, it was a console that I think was way ahead of its time, and not only that, but the innovations of the Wii U directly influenced what the Nintendo Switch ended up being, so you're welcome. In today's video, we are going to be diving into why the Wii U is the best console you've never played, and how you can unlock its full potential in the coming year. Now, here is a place where I think the Wii U really shined, and it's its first-party library. Because the Wii U's game library delivered iconic first-party games, such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, Mario Kart 8, which still to this day is one of the highest selling games of all time and is the highest selling Mario Kart of the franchise. Of course, being ported over to the Switch, right? But whatever. And that's not even including all of the remasters that they did for the Wii U, like The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD and The Wind Waker HD, which, in my opinion, it's not even close. That is the best way to play the game. And while some of these games, I guess literally all, basically. While most of these games have been ported over to the Switch at this point, I think that it is worth noting that the experience, at least for some of the titles, is a little lackluster compared to the Wii U. And here's why. Because the Wii U has something that the Switch doesn't have, which is the gamepad. This right here, in my opinion, was an absolute joy to play with, and I think that it enhanced the experience of a lot of games that really is lacking on the Switch. The ability to have more controls as far as your UI and your options for how you play the game, quality of life improvements that came with the gamepad, I think make the Wii U still worthy of playing today. And I think that going back and playing the games that were ported to the Switch using the gamepad is kind of a game changer, because it opens up a ton of options. And though they are few and far between, there are still fun games that you can play on the Wii U that are not over on the Switch yet. Games such as Zombie U, Nintendo Land, Devil's Third.
That game sucked pretty bad, actually.
And another thing to keep in mind, too, is for the physical collectors out there, the Wii U is one of the best systems that you can collect for. Why? Because it's really cheap right now. And I don't think it's going to stay cheap forever, because I think eventually people are going to catch on, and they're going to start buying this stuff up. So if you like fun, fancy games on your shelf, I would suggest that you pick some stuff up now. Except for Devil's Third, because that's, like, really expensive. I mean, pick it up, if you're a collector. The next thing that I really want to discuss with the Wii U, and why the Wii U is so great, is because it has
backwards compatibility.
That's right, you can play the entire Wii library on your Wii U. And not only can you play the entire library, but it's enhanced using the HDMI. No more AV cables, no more component cables, no more Game Pass and all this other stuff.
Get off my lawn!
No, you just have the backwards compatibility. You don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. Talk about another library that's super cheap right now, which, to be fair, that's because most of it's shovelware. And at the time that the Wii U was active, it had the most robust and awesome retro game library that you could legitimately acquire through Nintendo. Because that's when the eShop was really, I think, at its finest. And this is a message to Nintendo, who are not watching my video at all. The Switch eShop sucks!
Fix it!
And at the time that the Wii U eShop was going strong, you could play all kinds of different titles from all kinds of different systems, like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Game Boy Advance, N64. You could even buy Wii games on there as well if that's what you wanted to do. And sure, these titles are no longer available for purchase, but that leads me into my next point. The Wii U is an emulation powerhouse. The Wii U is, in my opinion, the most bang for your buck system when it comes to the amount of games that you have at your disposal. Assuming, of course, you have legitimate copies and you're creating your ROMs based off of those legitimate copies and you're backing them up and you're doing all the things that are legal. Don't do illegal things. Don't do illegal things. You can emulate nearly every classic console on your Wii U right now, including all the classic Nintendo that we've already talked about, as well as Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear. I'm pretty sure you can even emulate PlayStation 1 right now, though I've heard it's pretty tough to do. And the gamepad adds a whole other layer of convenience to your playing, because you don't even need a TV. You can literally just play it on your gamepad. And I have a lot of fun doing that. A lot of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, folks. Now, this video is not showing you how to do homebrew. Quite frankly, I'm not very good at it. I paid somebody else to do it for me. But there are plenty of really great tutorials out there to show you how to homebrew your Wii. And there are plenty of great tutorials to show you how to get legitimate ROMs of the games that you currently own. So in closing, the Wii U might not have been the most commercial juggernaut of all time. I mean, certainly not compared to the Switch, because the Switch in its lifetime has earned more money for Nintendo than Nintendo's entire existence in the gaming industry up until that point. That is a fact, you can look it up. But its innovative, incredible library, and the versatility that it currently has today, I think makes it one of Nintendo's greatest systems ever. It just took like 10 years for it to actually come online. So whether you're a collector, you're a retro gamer, you're somebody looking for an affordable all-in-one console, I really do genuinely believe that the Wii U delivers this experience for you. So what is your favorite Wii U memory if you're like me and you bought it even though nobody else was buying it? Are you ready to give the console a second chance based off of this video? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that silly YouTube nonsense. And I'll tell you what, if you don't like new gaming, why don't you try to play something old instead?